Hi, my name is Olivia. I'm 31 years old, and I was born and raised in Tulare County. I come from a good home, and I have a mental illness. When I was 7 years old, I began hearing voices and seeing things others didn't. I told my mom some of the things that were going on, and she said it was just my imagination and that they'd eventually go away. They never did. In fact, over the next few years, it got worse. Afraid people would think I was crazy, I kept my experiences to myself. I feel that keeping it a secret for so long was one of my biggest mistakes. If only I had told someone, maybe I could have got help sooner. Instead, I began drinking and doing drugs when I was very young. By the age of 13, I was doing anything and everything I could get my hands on. I was trying to make the voices and images stop, not realizing the drug use would eventually make my symptoms much worse. I became extremely paranoid and believed that what I saw and heard was real. For example, I thought my parents were poisoning me, that the TV and other objects were speaking to me, and that one of the voices I heard was God. For many years I was lost in my illness. I struggled in school and found it extremely hard to pay attention or even just think. I lived two separate lives. I tried being one person at home who appeared happy and worked hard to make my parents proud. Yet in the other, I was miserable, scared, and extremely lost, not only in drugs but in life. Because I surrounded myself with people who never really cared about me, who used me and each other and did things you couldn't imagine, I've witnessed and have experienced stuff that still haunts me today. That lifestyle was too much to take, and I was afraid for my life, as well as my family's. Also, the drugs were no longer quieting my illness, and things were worse than ever. Constant voices and hallucinations filled my days and nights, and thoughts of suicide seemed more frequent. One day, it was all just too much, so I finally asked for help, and I told my mom everything. I went to rehab and got off drugs. I now had to learn how to deal with these symptoms without self-medicating. The symptoms overwhelmed me. I couldn't take it, so I attempted suicide. Because of this, I was placed in the mental hospital, which was good because I finally opened up and told the doctors what was going on in my head. I was later diagnosed as schizophrenic and placed on medication. I now see an amazing therapist who helps me and who I feel safe talking to. Although I still hear and see things, I've learned how to deal with them, and I can proudly say I've been clean for over 12 years. Since I've gotten help, I have become a much stronger and happier person. I volunteer in my community and attend meetings once a week with others that struggle with mental illness. If you would have told me a year ago that I'd be working, riding the bus, and making friends, I wouldn't have believed you. But it's all true. And although I still struggle, my life is looking better and better every day. Thank you.